Hi YouTube, Roy Marko with Roy Marko's Garage. Coming today on it's about minus 11, 12 right now. We're gonna head down to Sundre, Alberta to try and help Katarina from Katarina's garage with her Mustang. I did some work on it, car ran perfectly fine. She tries to change some jets and well, carburetor's not holding back fuel anymore. I think there's a few problems there. So we'll have to go down there and figure it out. I'm gonna go in my C-can and pick out some parts if you want to just follow me along. Also, I got Steve with me, who's a cameraman. He's helping me out today. So you'll probably see him sometime in the video or over there. Alright, so I'm gonna go in the C-can there. Gotta get some shelving here. Let me just move a couple of things. We also have a power outage today. So
everything's going great.
Yeah, it's at the house, so I gotta go in the garage and get tools in the dark.
Oh my goodness.
I know, I gotta buy shelves.
Transmissions and hubcaps and headlights, oh my.
Oh yeah, this is terrible.
Oh, I saved one piece.
Okay, just set that down up there. Box. Alright.
Got it there, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy some shelves here. Okay, for now that's good. Yeah, might as well. Okay, as we can see, you got no power in here, so I'm gonna get some tools together. First thing I'm gonna find, I have an empty bag somewhere. Anyway, here it is.
So what kind of a carburetor is this that you're going to be
This is a Motorcraft Autolite Ford deal. It's a 2-barrel. I don't know the exact numbering on it, but it basically they came on like even 289s in the 60s and ran all the way up. Probably there's revisions all the way into the like late 70s. I think one of the carburetors I have there came off like a 78 Lincoln with a 2-barrel on it. So the jets were quite big, and now it's a bigger engine, but it wasn't. The carburetor she supplied was rebuilt. It had a little bit of dirt in it. I cleaned it up on the second time that we went through it. It was really good. The car ran good, started good, everything was fine. But she had a thing where when you're driving down the highway, the jets, or she felt that it was running too rich and causing the plugs to foul up. You can actually test how lean or rich your car is by pulling a spark plug. You can be driving down the highway, shut your car off, pull over, pull a spark plug and find out if it's fouled under those conditions. But I mean, I would have to do that and take some time to do it. Are you able to see me, by the way? It's
pretty darn dark.
Yeah. All I like doing is going on these trips where I don't know what I need for tools. You get down there and you forget that one thing that you need. It's very frustrating. Okay. Alright. Alright, I'm in the van. I know I'm not taking anything exciting today, but it's cold. Want some heat, and just got the winter tires on, so we're going down the highway. It's all good. So anyway, me and Steve here, we're gonna head out and see what we can do for Katarina, and hopefully we can fix it up. See how it goes. Well, we'll see how bad it is. Okay. Alright guys, it's about 11 o'clock. We're in Red Deer. Just gonna stop and get some fuel here and probably grab some lunch. Grab some lunch now and then we're good until dinner. So yeah, that's it. So Steve, what do you want to have for lunch?
Food.
Food, okay.
Food's
we'll
good.
figure it out. In gasoline now, you got all kinds of choices. If you've ever been up here in Alberta, there's everything from McDonald's to, well, the donut mill. So,
oh yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna go in and pay because I got cash. Let's get it done. Well, here we are. We're just outside of Olds, or coming up to Olds, I should say. We're just outside of Red Deer. Taking the Highway 2A, heading in. gets us about central Olds, Alberta, and then we'll head over to Sundre. But just the view here driving on this road today, it's about -4 out, but it's love the snow on each side when the road is dry. A lot of cool things to see, iron on the side of the road and trucks, and it's a fun drive, so it's been good. This is Olds here. Okay, so we're heading into Sundre, and if you see outside of Olds, we're heading west. You can just see in the outline, there's the mountains up there in the distance, in the horizon. And, it's a beautiful, breathtaking view. It just feels like you can hold them in your hand, and they're so massive. So anyway, this is part of this trip is the beautiful scenery getting there. Katarina, you live in a beautiful part of Alberta, I have to say. If it had a speed shop in town, everything would be okay. Sundre, guys. I love the trees on each side of the road here. A lot of cool old cars sometimes tucked away in some of these yards. No, maybe not. There it is. Oh. Alright, well here's Stitch. I guess I'm parking on somebody's lawn if I park there. Even on the newer stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got here? Let's see. Oh.
And you'll see one thing that I did as a fix because I dropped the clip. I don't know where it went on the back of the carburetor. You'll see the little zip tie.
Oh.
Well, that is because of,
well, let me tell you, zip ties belong on fuel injection. And this is not going to make your car any more fuel injected by putting the zip tie on it.
well, no, because what that was.
I know the clip, I see it.
Yep. It's, I dropped it, so. So I just zip tied it and I screwed it. So that zip tie will have to be cut off, which I do have cutters.
So why did that clip come off to begin with? You didn't take the screw out of here?
Yeah, I didn't do that. That's why I took that clip on instead.
Okay.
Being stupid.
I brought extra.
Yeah, we just didn't have as much time to figure that out as much.
Alright. And it won't take much to get that off.
No, I mean, you probably could have just ripped it off for that matter.
I'll lose that.
Just not. He was absolutely magnificent with this carburetor, what it was doing. Because there was so much fuel coming out of it. Like, the vent tubes and everything.
Well, it's because the float setting is probably way off.
Well, that, and I don't think I seated the needle properly.
Oh man, this isn't even on right, your accelerator pump. See what happened here? You put this below.
Oh, did I?
So it actually bent that. You gotta, that's supposed to be out, so it pushes in this valve here.
Oh, whoops. I mean, but to be honest, when I was doing that, it was about -15 out here, and it was pitch dark. So that's when that happened. The jets are changing it though, so that's fine.
You did change the jets, see?
Yep,
Okay.
they're the 40 series jets, and I haven't been able to drive it since.
Okay.
So I'm getting 87 Jimmy.
Oh, a Jimmy?
Yeah.
Oh.
87 Jimmy 4x4. The reason why I'm buying it, it's $200, and the only thing wrong with it is the tilt steering, the bolt is.
Oh, so I gotta come down again and fix that.
Oh, I can probably drive up for that.
Because I have the tools to do that.
Yeah, I know that one is a pain because it's going to be about an hour and a half just taking the damn thing apart.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Well, that's just what I was told by my buddy who's working on this a lot. But
Yeah. Okay. So actually, I probably gave you bad advice. Because I told you that you didn't have to
put the spring on?
put that spring on when you do. I can see what's going on now. Okay, so yeah, this has to be on there.
Such fine little parts.
Yeah.
Amazing how it all works together.
Well, the thing is, I actually had to buy a rebuild kit because when I was doing this, I dropped the needle inside of my fender, and I couldn't find it.
Oh no.
There's so many finicky little things about this.
Yeah.
That is not much fun. You have to line up your float. This spring has to be against that wall, and then when this goes down, this little clip has to go over and connect into that groove there.
You see, that's the one thing I didn't do. I forgot to put that clip in the groove.
Okay, so now, and the float setting is a little bit on the low side. Let's just try to. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let me just move this stuff so I don't lose it, and we'll get it running with the top off.
Well, I mean, that stuff is not going to get lost sitting there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Like,
should. I'm just worried about it as long as it doesn't fall through one of these holes, I guess.
Yeah, it won't, to be honest. My car doesn't shake quite that bad when it's cold.
Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna get a pair of pliers here.
Yeah, see, this is what happens when you work on your car and it's dark out and you don't have a nice heated garage.
Well, that's true, but you've also had days where there has been light, so
It's still been dead off of cold.
can't use that as a full excuse.
Well,
Oh, you gonna start it?
I can start it.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll work the throttle.
Okay. Oh, I left my keys in here apparently.
Yeah, well, at least no one will steal it.
Is my battery dead? My battery's dead. What the fuck? I left my ignition on overnight. That sucks.
Speaking of zip ties.
Do you need one?
It will have to probably charge for a bit. Do you have lights or anything?
Yeah, I have lights.
Okay. You'll just have to let it sit.
Yep, that's all good.
Well, in case anybody doesn't know, this is Katarina's garage. If you're seeing this video for the first time and you don't know, check her out on YouTube. She has a channel with mostly involving this Mustang and other car enthusiasts in the Sundre area of Alberta. And check it out. You can see some of the other things that have been done. So it's nice that we have other YouTubers in the province that we can collaborate with. So this is one person I collaborate with once in a while with her cars. So
Yeah, we've done, what, like 4 or 5 now?
yeah, mostly this is the first time I'm kind of doing something on my channel with it, but
Yeah, oh, for sure.
just thought it'd be kind of neat to see what's going on. I converted the car from a single barrel to a 2-barrel. There's an adapter plate underneath, and we took off all the EGR emissions and things like that, and the exhaust, yeah, all that kind of stuff. So just kind of did little things to it. This is a 200 inline 6. And until I met Katarina, I didn't even know they put 6 cylinders in these early Mustangs. So that's kind of like the straight 6s. I always thought they had the V6s.
So
Yeah, and for these, they started putting this inline 6 in 79 and a half and went till 82. 83 was replaced with the 3.8 V6.
Yeah.
And then early 79s could have the 2.8 V6, which could be found in the Pintos and the Mustang 2 as well.
Yeah.
But there's some of the rarest Mustangs. They're just not that valuable, but there's some of the rarest.
What's kind of funny, since I've seen this car, I think I've seen 4 of them for sale now in the last month that are the inline 6.
Oh yeah, you just never see, like, I've seen a few inline 6s. I've only seen like 4 or 5 inline 6s that are not done.
Yeah.
They're kind of hard to come by.
All right, so we're just hooked up here, enjoying a coffee. Got a hair dryer blowing on the battery, try to get some heat into this battery. Hopefully it's, you know, I mean, being a gel cell, it doesn't freeze like a water battery. If this was a lead acid battery, this thing would be completely screwed right now. These are a little harder to bring back. You got to kind of charge them back in a special way. But anyway, I just wanted to add some heat. So the thing about it, like if you got a heat gun, it'll be too hot. You could melt some plastic components. With a hair dryer, it's pretty safe. If you have one, everybody's got one. Usually you can try to heat something up. Hopefully we'll be able to get this thing fired up here. Actually, Katarina, just see what happens now. Let's get a little bit of a turn, see if it even turns a little bit or where we're at. Okay, starter's starting to go, but not turning yet. It's just clicking. So we'll be here a little while. All right, so we just the car's got a charge. Put a battery charger on it, and battery's not all frosty now. Hopefully it'll take a charge. It's a special charger to help bring those Optimas back. And we're gonna go check out a yard of cars that's close by, about 4 kilometers away from here. So Katarina is getting ready. So me, Steve, and you guys will come along for the ride. And let's go see what they got out there. Nothing's happening. I'll just try that. I'll pull the battery out of the van and get it running. And then I can throw your battery in the van while it's still running and charge it, right?
Yeah.
Let it charge a bit. So, see how that goes. Now, it's, if I remember correctly, we turn up here where that truck is there, right?
Yep.
Go down, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
It's kind of just before the hill.
Yeah, like when I tell people the first left at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
Or if they're coming from that way, first right. But a lot of people just get like, there are 2 questions I ask people. First, okay.
How's the Fountain Tire? Pretty good. That was the guy who came and gave you a hand there one day? Or?
Yeah, they're really good, honestly. I like them a lot. Todd owns it. I have his personal phone number.
That cool cab over there.
Yeah, I saw that.
I love big trucks. Like,
oh yeah, there's some cool stuff. And actually, when we go down this road, too bad, like I don't know the that person's property or anything, so obviously we can't just go in and take a look, but he's got some really cool stuff too.
I don't like looking because then I see something I want. Like even going to the auto wreckers is really hard on me. Yeah,
well, and I know like there's some stuff in here I know you're gonna want.
Like when I went and I saw that Chevette, and like I couldn't sleep until I went back and got what I needed. And then it was like, did I need it really? You know.
Yeah.
And then I went to Bucks Auto the other day.
Oh yeah.
And just before we had the first snowfall, and they have a Javelin out there.
No.
And the Javelin has an inline 6, but probably the 258 displacement is.
Yeah, it would be.
But anyway, it had the same rocker shaft as my 199.
Yeah.
So of course I couldn't lose sleep until I got back and took that rocker shaft. I'd like to get the cylinder head, because where do you get another one, right?
Yeah.
And so.
Actually, I do have. Oh wait, no, that wouldn't work for yours. Never mind. Well, only reason why like your stuff is nicer be the older stuff, because like example metal valve covers versus the plastic bullshit that they did in the Eagles.
Yeah, what I did was I kept the valve cover, because if I ever did get an Eagle, I would convert it. It's not hard to convert it.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah. My friend has an Eagle. I opened up the hood and it's like a rat's nest. You know, there's wires and hoses and like it's.
Oh
like,
yeah, there is.
I'm like, dude, bring this car over. We'll just rip everything out, and all you need is like 2 wires going to the engine, right? And like your headlight harness. Like,
yeah, like,
let's clean this thing up.
Yeah, and the only other thing with the Eagles, depending on what year his is and if it has the option or not, because they couldn't afford fuel injection in them, they went with the carburetor.
That's right, it's still carbureted.
But they decided, let's put an electronic carburetor on some of them too.
Yeah, but you could yank that off and
put on an older
carb, right?
Yeah, see, like the property that is not mine, like check out the stuff that's back in here. There's a old like RX-7 back there. There's a
there's so much cool stuff.
There's a quad cab Ford in there that's about 70s. Like, and there's a bunch of other really cool stuff in that.
I saw some 50s stuff.
By the way, I just want to point out how beautiful this road is, by the way, like with the trees and the snow.
Yeah, I had
Oh yeah,
This is awesome.
and it used to be a lot smoother than it is right now.
No,
Like,
but I'm just like the scenery is just
the
fantastic.
scenery out here is amazing.
I mean, if I could, I'd be like, snap my fingers and be like in an MGB convertible driving down the road right now with the top down, just like, yeah.
Yeah, so not this driveway, the next driveway here.
Okay.
Take a right. Yeah, and actually, there's a couple of, actually, mind you, there is a couple of 50s.
Now, am I going to get shot at? Like, does this guy,
Oh, no,
he doesn't recognize the vehicle, he's not going to come out with a shotgun and be like,
As soon as he sees me, it's fine. He's probably not even here.
Oh, all right.
So he works in Calgary. So like he treks back and forth to Calgary.
So this is Greg's, obviously, right?
Yep, this is Greg's property.
And then,
we will have to trudge through some snow, but
That's fine.
it's worth it.
Oh.
yeah. See, like those, I forgot. Those are 250s Mopars. Yeah, we can just park in here.
Oh, we gotta look at those.
Those are 50s Mopars.
Yeah, so one's a Dodge Crusader, the other one's a Plymouth Cambridge.
I love
they're about
Cambridges.
53, 54, somewhere in that range.
You love one until you have to work on one, trust me.
Only one of them has a motor, the other one doesn't.
I'm going to leave it running so we have, I'm just going to roll down the window a little bit so I don't block
No worries.
the car.
Yeah, we'll probably be out here for a bit, so. There's a lot of cars out here.
This is my favorite thing to do on the planet, is just go through junkyards.
Oh, same here. I love it.
I could spend a whole day just going through a junkyard. I gotta look at these Mopars.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, and I can't remember which one's which. I think actually the white
That's a
one-
Plymouth, that's a Dodge.
Okay, yeah. Because this one has all the chrome inside of it. That one is a more complete vehicle,
Yeah.
but I think this one has the motor in it.
Yeah, that's a Plymouth.
Okay, this is the Plymouth, yeah.
It says tree on the tree. It had an automatic with Fred's car.
Yeah, one of these had an automatic.
Yeah.
Because on the back it says.
Automatic.
Oh, look at the dash in these.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
I don't know why we're drooling over these. Look, there's a Shelby right here.
Because this one's cooler.
Shelby.
Yeah, but
Shelby.
but Dodge.
Worth more.
But cooler.
Actually, no, this one's not worth them much at all.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the interior of this one, this is where the seats are in this.
Oh, that you took out of this for your Mustang.
Yeah.
But like that 53, imagine it all done up, a little bit lower, nice chrome on it, maybe a semi-gloss paint job, just
I could imagine, but you gotta remember I had that 53 DeSoto on my driveway.
I suppose.
Anything like it, I'm not gonna have nothing good to say about it.
Well, the thing is, actually, that'll be much simpler than this one. So I'll give you that.
Well,
Plus, also inline, like flathead inline six
oh yeah, but
versus Hemi V8.
well, that one doesn't have it.
This is neat.
Yeah. So this is a '77 Grand Marquis Coupe.
I know someone who'd go nuts for this
You
car.
don't even have to worry about filming this. I know who would want this.
Yeah, absolutely. So do I.
Yeah, I know.
Same
And
guy.
there's a bunch of
There's
keyboards
what?
back
Okay,
there too.
Dean could buy back. Let's see.
Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like think of all the cars Dean could buy just out of this yard.
Yeah.
Which Dean is this?
Dean Barrett.
I know him.
Yeah, of course you do.
We've had a few conversations.
Of course you did.
I'm gonna look at these are what, Sonata?
Those are T-Birds.
Oh, same body style.
Same style, yeah.
Yeah, well, because the Thunderbird, the LTD, and the Cougar were the same. The Grand Marquis and the Mark V's were different.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, he's the smart one. He
Yeah,
brought.
doors are frozen.
He,
You're gonna find that a lot of it.
yeah.
one thing these era of cars have is in the fuse panel, they still use the old glass fuses.
Yep.
If
Yeah.
they're like 77s. And some of them are the breakers that fit in the glass fuse. That's what you want to get.
You see, like, and this one, it's interesting. You hook a battery into this, the starter is like stuck open, so it immediately turns over.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the solenoid.
Yeah, the solenoid, I
Just
should
the
say.
solenoid stuck, that's all.
Looks like
Yeah.
it got pretty hammered in this front corner though.
It did, yeah. Like this one, it's got a good motor, because I've heard it turn over.
What about this one?
That tow truck is a pain in my ass.
Why?
It's on propane, and it's not very well set up.
This is what, got a 302 in it.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 351 modified.
Is it?
Oh, okay.
All of these have modifieds in them. No, God no. You'd never put a modified in a freaking car, you insane?
I see an international that I'm excited about.
Oh yeah, that one, what's cool about that is, okay, that truck actually does run. We did rob, what did we rob it? Something make it not run, but it's got the 392 in it. Oh yeah, we robbed the coil out of that for the Marko that we had. Because we didn't want to buy a new coil. That one's like folding in half. That's the only sad part about it.
Oh, so you need a frame for that one.
Yeah, well, I know where a nice body is. A nice body and frame for $700.
That's not bad.
Actually, I think I can pick it up for $5. See, this is the 49 Dodge I was telling you about that shell.
That's on a different stuff.
Yeah, this is on an S10 chassis, yeah.
So it's already hot rod ready.
Well, it's just set on there. It's not even bolted down. There's no floors in it. No motor, no tranny.
I can't believe we worried about that when we got like a nice seat.
Yeah. I knew you'd like those.
Yeah, that's pretty damn cool. I'm not
Yeah, see,
gonna
there's this
lie.
one, and then there's another one in behind it, too.
Oh yeah.
Now, these two, he's not... Sadly, Jim doesn't want to sell these, but what's interesting about this green GMC here,
Yeah.
this has 23,000 original miles
Yeah, they don't
on
get
it.
much mileage. Like old grain truck, a lot of them in that era, that's all they have.
Oh yeah, but this
But
one...
they don't have working brakes. They don't, you know, you got to go through all that. But
Oh, exactly. But it's like, it's a very low mileage truck. And it's just amazing because I see a lot higher than that typically. So
yeah, usually they rust out above the windshield. And this one looks so pretty solid. I like that truck.
I like that truck. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
By the
Oh
time it
wow!
lets it go, it'll be,
Look at this. I got to see this. There's old wood stove with all the equipment on it still.
I think all the homeless people that could stay warm with that downtown.
Right?
Yeah.
yeah, we don't have homeless out here.
I wonder why.
So is that the extent of the yard, or does it go that way?
It goes that way. Yeah, all the cool stuff is back there.
All right.
Like that van is still back there too, but it's pretty
Let's get to
rotten.
the cool stuff before the battery guys on camera.
Yeah. Okay, how long is your battery last out there?
I don't know yet. This is my first time, by the way, this is my first time using it. It's a Sony ZV-1.
Oh, that's a nice one.
ZV-1 if you're from the United States.
Yeah, it's from Marko.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
Oh, trust me, I deal with a lot of Americans all the time. Yeah.
Oh, nice little bikes.
Yeah, see now, this is a mint condition, I'm not sure what year it is, Caprice.
You know, we'd want this, right? That guy does the, brings stuff over.
Yeah, Details Dave.
Yeah, well, this was Jim's brother's car, so he's not selling this one because his brother passed. It's been sitting since 2010. And yeah, it's a little tight back there, so bear that in mind. A bunch of old trucks.
Ooh, Volkswagen Cabriolet.
There's a few of them. Like that's still a cabriolet. But then you'll notice all the rabbits back here.
Oh yeah.
There's, I think, 6 of them.
They multiply like rabbits.
Yeah, now, one thing is, probably don't care as much. That was a 4-wheel steering Prelude that got T-boned hard.
Yeah, they were quite the thing back in, what, the early 90s?
This is what nobody else gets covered in snow.
Let's see if we can go by two here.
Old Polara here at 74 with a 400 in it.
A shot of that there, 74 Polara.
Oh yeah.
That's very cool.
It's got the rocker delete.
What were these called? This is a homemade version. Well, no. What's on it?
Oh, what's on it?
Yeah, it's a tracked vehicle that somebody made homemade. It's got a flathead with probably a 3-speed tranny and a 9-inch rear. It's very interesting. I think it's on a Model T or Model A
Let's
chassis.
have a good look at that.
Yeah.
Also a 50s Ford truck, about 1954-ish. Right?
It's a Mercury.
Oh, it's a Merc.
Yep.
Ah.
It's a M300, I think, M350.
Oh yeah. And yeah, here's the flathead.
And
Powered.
that was sadly a pressure rebuilt flathead, and then the tarp got lost on it. It's probably locked up again.
Oh,
I never know.
I like the station wagon. Ooh, Buick. What year Buick?
Yeah, that's
60.
a Buick Special.
Yeah, I
it's
love
a-
specials.
It's a 65, I think.
65, 66.
Check it out. An Apache.
Ooh.
It needs Apache here and Apache there.
Yeah. Well,
It's
It
a
al-
true Apache.
It's
it
a
also
true-
needs an Apache here. Big one.
Yeah.
Well, look at it.
55 Chevrolet 4-door.
Oh my. Yeah. That's,
Yeah, it got hammered in this corner.
I love the Chevy behind you.
Oh yeah, these are both 55s.
Yeah.
You notice they bolted the doors shut so we can steal parts out of the interior.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we've had some thieves out here, so that does happen.
Of course.
Like, and my favorite one back here is the 57 truck.
Yeah, step sign.
It's gorgeous. It's
have a
got
look.
some interesting seats
I
inside.
think Sandy doesn't see this all over.
Yeah, I'm all over it, so don't even. He won't sell it. Like,
55.
It's too bad
the,
everything's.
the 55s, this, that,
Not for sale.
not for sale, and he doesn't want to sell the rabbits for some reason.
Well, you need that many of them just to make one of them.
Right?
And then
Although one rabbit I would like, because it's a little.
is it a Buick Wagon? What is that?
Okay, so in front of, yeah, that's the Buick Skylark Wagon.
Yeah.
Um,
The Skylark is the smaller
Like-
body style, like basically like a Malibu.
yeah, I think it's a Skylark anyways. I can't for sure. It's been a while since I've been back here. Ever since the snow fell, I haven't touched back here.
Yeah, sorry guys, there's not much to see here with the snow on everything. That's for
It's
sure.
too
Yeah.
bad.
But check out this is 60 wagon over here.
Yeah, I see that.
1960 Chevrolet Brookwood wagon, all the glasses intact.
Brookwood's hard to find.
Yeah, oh yeah, the entire thing is rotten. But it still has all the trim.
The glass isn't rusty.
It would make a, yeah, the glass isn't rusty.
Yeah, like this is an inline six under the hood as well. And
Make,
it's really cool. Like, and the thing is, that windshield, because of the curvature, like you can't really see it with the snow on it. But the curvature of that windshield makes that a $4,000 windshield if you want to buy one.
well,
This
yeah.
one alone in glass is about 10 grand. Just in glass.
If somebody needs it.
If somebody needed
Well, and
it.
trust me, there have been people that.
So with this car, the engine's in it.
Yep. Engine's in it. Floors are completely gone.
Yeah.
I have no idea the last time this thing ran.
Oh,
to be
yeah.
honest.
Cool to come out here and like just get this thing
Just
running.
try to get it running,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
there's. I want to do that to a lot of these back here. Then like there's this, which is a '66 Impala, 2-door, 327 car. It is quite rotten. Like the frame is.
You can buy quarters in that piece.
The frame is done.
Yeah.
Which,
They all rotted along that side.
but he wants to rip the 327 out of this to put in 56 2-door post, which is a 150 too. It's actually like really awesome. And
Here's-
then that's another Buick.
And yet another special.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the specials.
Yeah, I had
Because-
that 64. That would have been a good car.
All of the special logos just look amazing.
I had one of these, right? Like really.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I wish we. Oh, it's got a 327 in it.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. But 320. Hey, 327s.
Yeah, well, it's an old 327 though. It's kind of nice. And now this is not the high Zootin amazing 327.
No, but I mean,
I think it's just a. I think it's a 2-barrel as well.
that's the way it rolls off the tongue. Because other than
Yeah.
that,
How much for the badge? I want the badge.
I'll buy
Well,
you a new one, reproduction. Not that expensive.
It's really not. And then yeah, that's what's back here. Unfortunately, like on my channel, I have a much more in depth because it was not winter.
Yeah, make sure to go
Well,
check
cool,
out her
if you
channel.
want to check out these cars, like Katarina just said, she did a walk around this yard in the summertime when they weren't covered in snow. So if you want to check that out,
Yeah, we're gonna have to check. Regardless.
can you check through this thing?
Yeah, we can. It's just one place.
Neat old trailer. This would be cool behind a 50s car.
And also, actually, something I have back here too. A couple of cool old motors. And
Yeah, look at parts. Like
Yeah.
I see a couple of chrome rims there. That
there's a bunch of tools and stuff like that back there. For the beam. So, this is a 400 Mopar with a 727. That's a 318 poly.
is. No, the quality's well.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Unique.
They're probably both locked up, being sitting out here for so long. But it's not hard to get these things on stack.
Is he already did he sell?
Yeah.
Okay, if anybody sees this interested, let me know.
We can get everybody in contact with each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No worries.
I gotta have a look at this though. if I can make it back there.
Take a look.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, go on the other side.
Probably animals and all kinds of fun.
Oh yeah, all over this property.
Yeah.
But we live out in the bush.
How much?
How many are back there?
One.
There's only one?
Yeah. I know somebody who would kill for that. Same guy who wants the other stuff.
See, I'm not sure what it's worth.
It's a 1957 Canadian Plymouth, so probably like a Dodge Mayfair or Plymouth hubcap.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it actually does look familiar that way.
Yeah, there's these ribs were only Canadian.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise, if you find a peak like that, that's a 57, 58 Plymouth.
I'm not even sure what it's worth, to be honest. Like, I don't, like, I know it can have a decent amount of value, but how much is that value? I don't know.
Call it a favor for coming all the way out here for...
I have to think about it for sure. Because there's a lot of stuff to it, like, and the thing is, a lot of this stuff too, like, with the small stuff, I usually don't get anything out of it, other than, you know, like, he gets the money out of it.
I see.
Because again, it's not...
Your stuff, it's...
The only thing that's mine out here is the Lumina that we saw over there.
Oh, yeah.
So...
If you ask him how much he wants for that and say, I have a serious buyer for it.
Okay. He's probably going to say the same thing back to me. He's just like, well, I don't know what... I'll have to do some research on it. Like, do you know approximate value of it?
15, 10, somewhere around there. I've seen them go for cheaper or more depending on the condition. This one looks like it's not too bad. It's got some dents all the way around the rim, but...
Here, let me grab the camera and I'll record. Looks like you're having all the fun here.
Yeah, he is having all the fun.
Okay, so you found this hubcap.
It's a hubcap. I believe it to be a 1957, 58 Canadian only Mopar hubcap. You can tell the Canadian ones are the ribbed ones, where the US are only flat.
So you think it's that era, huh?
Yeah, it's forward look for sure. There's no doubt about that. But I know a lot of people who are restoring like Dodge Mayfairs or
yeah, right, with that era car.
Yeah, so that would really appreciate something like this. So if I can make out a deal, this would be a neat piece to have.
Well, ask about it.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out what it is. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff in here. I wish I had a whole day. I could just spend through like going through all the cars.
Well, we can always come back when the snow's gone, you know.
Yeah,
No, exactly. I
mean, we know Katarina, and that's the whole thing about the YouTube
and car community.
Like, we can have fun like this. This is great, right?
Wait, well, actually, something I actually want to show you, because it's kind of cool. Even though the van is all rusty, I want to show you the inside of the van.
Yeah, it's probably an old.
I mean, the inside is completely mint, right? Nothing ever was used.
Oh, I like the grill.
What they do on the inside is and it's not like it's all like velour and stuff like that. No. But yeah, unfortunately, this one just does not want to open because the doors are frozen. So,
You need something to kind of get in between here and pop it outward, and then...
Yeah, so, and don't have any of my stuff with me to try.
My fingers are frozen. I didn't bring my gloves, and...
But I do have a video on this.
Of course I brought my gloves, but I left them in the car.
Well, they're in a van, yeah.
So the entire inside of this actually has a bunch of cedar wood that lines the entire inside.
Oh, okay. So like actual strips.
Yep. Oh, it's super cool. I want to salvage all that. I don't know what to use it for, but I want it. Yeah, that door's been frozen when there wasn't actually frozen.
This is probably my favorite body style van, like in GM, this era.
Yeah, and I do have a video on this on my channel too.
Okay, well,
going through
let's
it.
check it out there too.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for taking us out here. This is amazing.
Yeah, hey, no worries.
Sure, it'll be safe.
Yeah, trust me. There's.
I love that truck.
Yeah, this truck is pretty cool.
Oh, it's really neat.
Do you know, does this have the 6-cylinder in it, or?
I think it is a 6.
Yeah.
I think. I haven't had the hood pop open in this.
Well, I don't want to get into it, but
It's in good.
mainly because I don't want to fall in love with it.
Yeah, well, he will not sell it no matter what.
This is very interesting. This big truck here has independent front suspension, and I never would have expected that. If anybody wants to fill me in on this, has a idler arm and lower control arms and upper control arms. I have never seen that on a big truck like this. That's cool. I wouldn't want it because I couldn't imagine you couldn't buy any parts for it, but I've never seen independent suspension on a truck in this series and size of truck of this era. Considering mine's a 67 and it actually has a straight axle. That is very unique. And this is also another Chevy or GMC.
Oh man, what other truck is out here too?
Very cool.
Probably glossed over the International. It was a Ford back there.
Oh yeah.
It's a F-250 cab. And it's like, just like, not mid, but pretty nice.
Pretty nice, yeah. Even off the hubcaps, which is odd. Usually hate Ford hubcaps.
Yeah, like it's a really cool truck. Yeah, it's been sitting here for I don't even know how long. Yeah, it's all
Hey, a
open.
door that opens. Look at that.
Yeah, well, it's because of the
You
camper.
should see it on the inside.
Yeah, go take a look.
It's really nice.
Like, this is a very nice
Camper
truck.
Special F250.
Yeah, so this one has
A little bit of growth in the rocker panel, but you
A
know.
lot of character there, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're gonna have that with the other one.
Oh,
If you find a rust-free vehicle out here, it's a mess.
Yeah.
just a lot of moisture out here.
It's a Hot Wheels.
Well-
That's what that is.
Well, it's not just that, but like when you have the grass growing through it.
Well, of course, the way it's stored, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a trick to keeping any vehicle that you want to keep in a field, if you can afford it, just lay some plywood down,
Yep.
kill the grass underneath it, and keep it from growing up against it.
You see, and this being a camper special, probably has the 460 under the hood, and probably has something like 410 gears in the back too.
Do you know what the thing on the front is?
That looks like a spare tire.
Why would a spare tire be on the front?
Oh, they do that all the time. It saves space because they can't put it in the back.
Yeah, well, because
Some of these Fords kept the spare tire in the side of the box. There's a panel on the camper specials, but
yeah,
this one had the front mount.
Yeah, well,
I remember growing up seeing a lot of trucks with front mount tires.
I think that's the original front mount. Because I think they moved it there after they put the camper on the back of this.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Is the camper open? Oh no, not with that cabin.
Yeah, I don't know if it is. I've never tried to get in.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
Well, very cool.
Very cool.
Well, thanks for showing us.
Hey, no worries.
We'll have to go back and see if there's any juice in that battery of yours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
for sure.
See if we can get that going.
And then, yeah, you know, if you want to check me out, you can at Katarina's Garage here on YouTube, and definitely consider subscribing to Marko's Garage. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget if you haven't done so already. This looks like a party here.
Actually, you might like this bus.
Ah, no,
The box, I saw it.
that's okay.
Well, it's all open and everything. You want to take a look?
Yeah,
No,
if
that's
you
all
want,
good.
look at
Well, it'd be on the other side anyway.
Well,
it. The back opens up?
yeah,
Oh, of course. It is a party room. Look at that.
Yeah, there's
they
lights
use
and
this for their stage. For the stage. Come on. If I can get it open.
My pros.
There we go.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's just an old Dodge bus.
Yeah, there's the amp. Arson amps. Oh, I love this trunk. Oh, that's so cool.
with fireworks.
Yeah, well, we fire fireworks out here every year. And then we'll take a look at that steering wheel.
Oh yeah, that's like the old D100s steering wheel. Same logo and everything.
That's a symbol on Coastal Auto Reaction.
Yeah. I have the flipper switches.
All the cool switches.
Yeah, it's really cool. You know, and then, yeah, and the side door does open up and everything. Except there might be too much snow there though too.
Yeah.
So don't
Oh,
break
we'll have
that.
to go back to where we came in so we can close it up.
Yep,
Very
all
cool.
good.
Very cool. Look, crib board. In case you want to play crib.
Yeah, so there you go.
Emergency door. Okay, let's go out this way.
Yep.
It's an emergency.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Very cool.
Yeah.
If I had to take one home, I'd probably take one of the Buick Specials. I like the Buicks.
Next time I come across one, I'll let you know.
Yeah, because some of the stuff back there is for sale. Not everything, but some of it is. So yeah, it's going to be a pain to pull that out. But anyways, so.
All right, well there you have it. Let's head back. Grub. That little pub. What's the name of the pub?
Cedars Pub.
Cedars Pub. So if you're ever down in Sundre, check them out. Apparently they have the best burgers. So.
And they have the best fries, I'll tell you that.
You said you had the best fries earlier at McDonald's.
I take that back. These are better.
Okay. Only carburetor I know you can run it with the top on.
It's kind of cool that way.
Motocraft.
Yeah, Motorcraft 2150.
Not that I recommend it.
No.
Only if you're professional do I recommend.
Yeah.
So like, you're not going to run down to the Saturday Night Cruise without the top on your carburetor.
No.
That's one way to start a fire.
A little bit of clear cover on top of it though.
Oh, that would be different.
Alright, so let's see. So this one.
There's no choke, so let me just see if it'll.
Now it did start, so that's nice.
It did
That
start.
needle and seat isn't really holding back a lot of fuel, that's for sure.
No, that's
It
okay.
might be just because it's spraying out instead of into the bowl. But at least it started. That's a good sign.
Yeah, it did start. So
Okay, well let me
put it back together.
put it back together.
That thing did sit for a long time before I got it, but it still had full charge. Like I put it up to the tender, it was fine. That's what's nice about them. That's why they're worth the money too. Like.
Well, they're worth the money. Yeah, they're. Optima doesn't pay me to say this, but I've been using them for years, and they're.
Well, what's cool about Optimas though is that if you buy one, it's got a lifetime warranty.
That's right.
Well, you can actually return them. It doesn't matter how old it is.
Anyway, all the ones I have are perfect, so
Yeah, and this one's perfect too.
I've had them up to 10 years and no issues.
So Optima, if you want to sponsor Roy, Marko's Garage.
Yeah, I'd love that. Please do.
I would love that too. Everything would have an Optima, except for this. This has a Mopar battery in it, so.
Yeah.
Hey, idea of what it was doing. Or not.
It was painful. I couldn't watch the whole thing.
He saw the zip tie and was like, no, I'm out.
I'm done. Yeah, that was it.
Oh, come on. That was only at the start of the video, and then the real pain happened after, because yeah, like there was fuel all over the engine bay.
Yeah.
Well, of course, because it's spraying it out, right?
Yeah, well, it was spraying out of the vent tubes.
Turn your key off so you're not killing the motor. The fans running. I hear the heater motor going. There you go.
I didn't realize people had that.
That seems to be a problem.
Well, I don't do that. Okay. Today.
I'm teasing.
Alright, try it.
I enjoy comments, whether they're critic or not. I enjoy it.
Well, it depends for me. So, anyways. Yeah, and it's just cold, so.
Oh yeah, the choke has to be. Let me just get the choke on here. Okay, go ahead. Somebody's messed with the idle air screw. Mind you, I can't really set them up until the engine's warm, so. I'm going to set the idle air mixture because obviously it's been played with. And all the idle air mixture will do on a carburetor is set up your idle. It won't give you anything on the mid-range or top end. So that's what your jets and your metering rods are for. So anyway, and also it's idling a bit low at the moment, but we'll see what happens when it warms up. Again, the key was left on, so the electric choke, I can't really set that up correctly unless it's cold. But we'll see how it goes here.
That's better.
There we go. Yeah, it's starting to warm up.
Yeah.
should do is maybe back up the car and see if we can find any pieces you dropped after well, it's daylight. But let's let it warm up. So now we'll let this warm up. We'll come back to it and go on maybe a little test drive with this thing and see what it's like now with the new jets in it. See if it helps. So you went from what number?
I went from 50s to 40 jets.
50s to 40. That's quite a big jump. But biggest thing this car was fouling plugs when you're going down the highway. So it was on the top end and things like that.
Yeah, like, and the thing is though, in town here too, because we fixed the issues of it running rough like it was up in Edmonton, but the problem was, when I got back here, I'm at a much higher elevation than Edmonton is. So because of that, I had to change out the jets so that it would actually compensate.
They're saying I'm going to get better gas mileage going back to Edmonton because I'm going downhill.
It doesn't really work that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was drizzling and raining, nobody was there.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Cool. Okay, bring it up.
Just sort of fun and shut it off and then just touch the key and see how it starts. I'm getting happy with that. That's good. Yeah. That's nice. Throttle response doesn't die out. It's like on the road. Well, this is normally a one barrel. This intake manifold here has is cast right into the cylinder head on this car. It's part of it. So you can't change the intake. So there's an adapter plate that makes it from a one barrel to a two barrel. So that can cause an interesting turbulence effect that may have some issues too. But in any case, that's the kit. Who makes this adapter?
Vintage inlines.
Vintage Inline 6 makes this adapter, so if it's something you want to do. One note I have to tell you, this throttle cable here, I had to make. This is an aftermarket cable because the original cable came on this side of the carburetor and it was not long enough to work on this.
Got a bit of jewelry to put on. Of course, you got to have the chrome air cleaner.
I got it from him.
That adds horsepower.
That was Craig Bostrom's. Was. Sorry, Craig. Or thank you, Craig.
Yeah, it's now in a car worthy of it.
See if I can get a shot of that spacer here. You can kind of see it. Yeah, there it is. There's just a little smoke coming off the engine.
First off, the valve cover leaks. Everything goes and sits on here. And your exhaust manifold below that, you get a lot of steam first with some fuel and stuff that's out there. And you can see there's actually a puddle. If I stick my screwdriver in there, you can actually see the stuff that's on there.
Yeah.
Oil and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't get to clean out the intake side.
Anyway, that's just dirt, road debris. Cool. Okay, let's get the air cleaner on and try backing it up.
Yeah, we'll see if there's any goodies laying on the ground.
Yeah, well, we might see a needle. And
well, there could only possibly be one. She bought a carburetor kit that didn't have one in it, so she had to warranty it. Had to wait another day to get a second one. So
you know the funny part is, the second kit came with 2 needles.
maybe you got the one that was packaged right
after.
The other one, so that's yeah. Judge.
Oh, that's our company.
Who makes these logos?
That is a guy on Instagram called Classic LEDs.
Classic LEDs, and if you ever want, that's a cool foxbody logo. It's play on the Mustang logo, and it looks awesome.
Because all the highways are pretty clear at the moment, so.
Right.
Because I'll have to play around with it a little bit to see if it's good too.
Well, there you go, car's running. Battery might die here in the camera any moment, so, but anyway, it's you guys can see that the car is actually working pretty good so far. Better than it was yesterday. Oh, I know. It's cold?
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, I don't have to push it.
No, it's fine. It would have just stalled out and just put it in neutral, started again, no big deal.
But obviously it's been running like that too when it's cold, right? That's not...
Yeah, this is just what it does.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's pretty normal for a carbureted car, especially
yeah,
the choke's not quite set up right. And they like to warm up, trust me, they do.
Yeah, this car takes about 15 minutes to warm up when it's cold.
We'll just go on a little test drive, make sure everything's good, and then get the car back home, and then I'm gonna head back to Edmonton.
Near as bad. Like, I can work with that. I've worked with that before. So yeah, no, that's totally fine now.
So it bogs just in the middle or the top end?
It's actually lower it. When...
So you can get the revs out of it now?
Yeah, I can get the revs out of it.
Okay, that's
like,
good.
Like sometimes it'll just bog a little, and then yeah, and then once I work it, it's fine.
So what has happened here is she ordered some 40 jets and it had 50s in it, which is quite a drastic change. And it was just not enough, so the car wouldn't rev up. And so we're gonna have to address that and get some jet sizes. But these are quite expensive to get, so I got another carburetor at home that will allow it to use Holly size jets, so we can index them and get, so because we're close, but it's not 40 and it's not 50, so it's going to need some changes there. So we did sort of something that I wouldn't recommend, but we put a 50 jet on one barrel and a 40 jet on the other. And what that has done, because all the fuel ends up going through one orifice anyway, because it goes down to that single barrel hole, it's just running good enough until we can get the right stuff figured out. So anyway, that's where we're at with this. It's getting cold. We had a good lunch, and we're going to be heading back to Edmonton. And it looks like there might be a storm coming, so the sky there. So we should probably head back. So how, it's good then, you're okay with it for now?
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
This will work just fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine.
I'll get that other carb, maybe it'll make it more ideal.
Yeah, well, being able to change out the jets without spending $40 would be nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's still going to cost money, but we can probably buy a whole jet pack that comes with a whole bunch of assortments. So
exactly, that's what I was thinking. Right?
Yeah, no,
you know, it costs $60 for that versus $40 for 2 jets.
Pretty much, Katarina's like parking the car for the winter anyway, so it's not like she's going to be daily driving this thing right now. So
not at the moment, no.
No.
Just
anyway, check her out, Katarina's Garage, if I haven't mentioned it already. And we're going to head back to Edmonton. Also, if you like these videos, please subscribe, hit that like button, ring that bell for notifications. Have yourself a great day. Thanks for watching.
3, 2, 1.
And the door's frozen.
You guys think it's not worth much, but just wait. It's, you know, all the Shelbys have gone up, so.
Yeah, well, when Carol
there's my
died,
Steve Mignante moment. I can.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know enough about the car to talk about.
Yeah, I can. I actually asked for cheese and ketchup. That's mustard and ketchup.
Sorry. We'll get you a new one here.
Thank you.
Maybe she's gonna murder us. Put us, she doesn't have to carry us all the way to the van.
I don't have my gun on me, sorry.
And it's frozen. You gotta actually push
Yeah, you have to push the...
Oh.
See,
You'd have to kind of pull out on the back. Actually step on the floor. All right.
You should probably cut it there, eh?